I am back with another reaction video. Gina Carano worked on The Mandalorian with Bill Burr, and he gave his thoughts on her being fired for what she was fired for. So I'm going to go ahead and play this and give you my thoughts about it. I wonder where Bill's going to take this because, you know, yeah, Bill isn't down with the PC stuff. So he said this on this latest episode with Burt Kreischer and Joe DeRosa from when they did Uninformed.
Carano say?
She said that she goes in 1940s Germany. I'm paraphrasing, but she said in 1940s
Which is always
Germany,
a good thing to do on something like this, Joe. By all means, let's hear your take on the tweet.
I don't have the quote in front of me, but she said she basically compared political beliefs now being persecuted to the fact that in 1940s Germany, the way the Nazis were so able to take power and do whatever they wanted was because they brainwashed citizens into picking on their Jewish neighbors and eventually attacking their Jewish neighbors. And she said, how is that any different from attacking people for their political beliefs? I get what she was trying to say. Obviously, any comparison to anything with the Holocaust is it's a shoddy comparison. You're going to piss people off. It's a dumb thing to do. I'm not disagreeing with any of that. But here's what bothered me. The grounds for her being fired based on that opinion was that she was somehow reducing the plight of Jewish people during World War II. Okay, I get that. I understand that perspective. However, how is it any different from all the people on the left when Trump got nominated or elected and they said he's like Hitler? How is that any different? That's the same reduction of circumstance. But on one side of that coin, it's okay to say, and on the other, it won't even be entertained.
Joe
for a
DeRosa.
second.
That's interesting, Joe.
It's true.
Joe DeRosa with an interesting take. Look at you. I was
well,
judging
you
you
know.
with your bedspreads there, and all of a sudden Joe comes in.
Bill, I've had a lot of time to think, you know.
So what you're saying, Joe, is she should have compared it to slavery, and it would have been better.
I just don't. All I'm saying is, whether you agree, disagree, whatever, I just don't get this place that we're in where there's no room for discussion about anything. And even
because there's too many channels, Joe. Too many
just
channels,
wild,
and then you gotta like do sensational shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. I mean, I'm on that fucking show. Now I gotta watch what the fuck I say.
yeah, I know.
I'm just
Yeah, I'm a fan of that show. Everybody.
What show is she on? What show is she on?
The Mandalorian.
the Star Wars,
Sure.
yeah.
Fuck.
But
Yeah.
they canceled their action figure. That's how deep cancel culture is. They canceled their action figure. It's like, let the action figure come out. I mean, I don't understand.
Did she ever pony up to you, Bill? I'm like, Bill, I got a few ideas I think that you'll like.
No, she was an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah?
Super nice fucking person, and you know, whatever. And somehow someone will take this video and they'll fucking make me say something else and you know, try to get rid of my bald action figure.
Wait, you have an action figure?
Yeah, do you have an action figure?
No. No, you fucking nerds.
Oh, if you get one, dude, I'm buying it.
You can't call people nerds and be on a Star Wars show.
I might. I don't know. I have no
That
idea.
season was awesome, man. That
Oh.
second season was killer. Holy shit.
They
Yeah,
should do a flashlight for you.
Huh?
Nothing.
No, honestly, I can't like how it is out there. It's fucking crazy time. They just like there's just people just waiting, just laying in the weeds.
It really is, man.
Do you think there is a group of people, like a type of person out there reading the trades and then going, Joe DeRosa signs a 6-figure deal. All right, let's deep dig him, find out what he did wrong, and that's how I spend my day.
Absolutely.
Let's show that he's human and he's made a mistake in his past, and let's take that dream away. I don't know how it works.
Absolutely. There are people doing that. Bert, I think it's even farther than that. I think there are people that are watching who's about to break and just like they preemptively buy .com names, right? So they can sell them back to the famous person because they know, oh, they're going to buy this probably and need it, and then I can make a couple bucks. I guarantee you there's people lying in wait like that and just saying, this guy's star's starting to rise a little bit, you know? Let me just dig a few things up. It's got to be. I mean, this shit comes out so fucking fast. It's crazy.
It is kind of crazy. I think it really speaks for having like flying under the radar and just making a living and just going like, I don't need to be Will Ferrell. I can just be this guy. Either that or put all your shit out there so bad that you're like, yeah, I'm an alcoholic, and everyone's like, all right, he's gonna kill himself. We'll let him do his thing.
Yeah.
How about you just be an individual and you continue to buy tickets to people that you want to go see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And just sort of fucking. Because that's one of the things that's weird to me is a few people that have like they go back out on tour, and then like they're gonna sell out and people want to go see him, and then the people who don't want to see him don't even want to let the people that still want to see him or her see him. Then it just becomes like, I'm sitting there. It's a. My thing about that is how do you hold up you judging somebody that harshly about, because I'm not talking about like the hardcore shit like sexual assault and rape and stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, because now it's becoming like, hey, you made an ignorant comparison. There goes your dream, right?
Right.
I'm like, I look at that. It's like, who the fuck stands up to that?
I mean, dude, it's a great question, and the brutal part of it is,
Joe, every once in a while you see the compliment my way. I appreciate it.
Bill, it's a pleasure to have you on the show today.
Thank you. Big fan, Joe. I'm a big fan of you.
No, but I mean, it's the problem. The problem isn't the first part of that. The problem is it's not just go buy tickets to you want to go see. Of course, obviously, the problem is they go into the Yelp reviews of the venues, and they try to get the venues shut down.
Can we just talk about something else? Who gives a fuck, Joe? Let's talk about taste buds. Jesus Christ, we're sitting here talking about Britney Spears and fucking Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake shit from 20 years ago. All right, it's Tom.
So that was them talking about Gina Carano. When Joe DeRosa and Bert Kreischer were talking, you know who they did that to? Remember when Shane Gillis got SNL and they went back and dug up tweets, and then they were like, SNL should have did a better job vetting him. And it's like, what is he going to be, the Secretary of State? He's going to be on a show where their number one skit in the past 2 decades was Dick in a Box. You need to vet these people. He's a comedian, and he said some stuff. The Gina Carano thing, I think it was ridiculous what they did, firing her. Joe's on the show with her, but that was pretty much him defending her because it's just ridiculous. But now I think she's going to be doing something with Ben Shapiro. Although I don't know how good that's going to be, because was she going to be doing a movie or a show or something with Ben Shapiro? But I don't know. Those things usually do make money, though. Like when they drop Passion of the Christ or something, it'll make $800 million at the box office because that sort of crowd does buy stuff. So, but that was Bill Burr talking with Bert Kreischer and Joe DeRosa. I miss Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa's podcast, Uninformed. He decided to do it with Bert instead of Joe DeRosa. I wish he would have just did it with Joe DeRosa because I like their chemistry, and I like the fact that they would just openly start trashing each other. And I don't think Bert would trash Bill because probably respects him and likes him too much, or thinks he's like his comedy elder, where Joe doesn't care because they kind of came up together and they were friends in real life. Like Bill Burr and Bert Kreischer are just doing a show together because I guess it makes sense, but Bill Burr and Joe DeRosa were friends in real life, so you trash each other as friends in real life. So I think that would be a very interesting show that they should have continued doing, but they didn't. But as far as the Gina Carano thing goes, they got rid of her action figure. And how does Bill Burr not have an action figure if there are action figures to be had? And what kind of a man gets action figures in this day and age? Probably a nerd. But that's another thing. Like, Bill doesn't get the crack on people for being nerds when he's on a Star Wars show. Or maybe he does. But yeah, so let me know your thoughts in the comments about everything that was said.